Hi, baddies. Welcome to my first YouTube video, kind of, sort of. I've tried to record YouTube videos in the past, like over and over again, and it never really stuck, and I never really posted them. But today I kind of felt inspired to film. So I'm going to show you my everyday makeup routine slash like chit chat, get to know me, my energy, my vibe type video. And like we're on FaceTime, aka I don't know, like every time I film on my phone or something, I get all insecure about the quality and oh, there's something up there, whatever. But then something about today was just like film it on your MacBook. And that's what I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be like a kind of a FaceTime type vibe. So let's get started. So skin prep. I wash my face, I put on sunscreen every day, and then Aquaphor on my lips. I actually need more Aquaphor. I don't have any, it's fine. And then I'm gonna get into it. So the first thing that I do is I fill in my eyebrows, which are these eyebrow pencils? So this one has some more. So when I was organizing my apartment, I obviously had to take everything out of all the bags, and I've just found a assortment of different things that I've hoarded over the years. I literally mean hoarded, that I'm now learning to consolidate in one place. So I have like 2 eyebrow pencils I found that I gotta use, so whatever. So we're gonna use those up, and then we're gonna open up a new one. But yeah, okay, how should I start? So my name is Ayana Najee. That's how you pronounce my name. I'm 21. I was born in Queens, New York, and then I'm gonna take off my glasses, jump scare. Androgyny. Wait, we're gonna unpack that because we're gonna talk about insecurities today too. I'm 21. I was born in Queens, New York City. Then I moved to Northeast Pennsylvania for most of my childhood. And then I went to school in St. Louis. I went to Washington University in St. Louis. And now I'm based in Pittsburgh. So that's where I am geographically. Wait, I might have to lock in for my eyebrows. Wait, I think I can multitask. I think I can do both. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. And if you're watching this, you're probably from my Instagram or TikTok, where I talk mostly about health and fitness. So throughout college, I lost around 70 pounds, and I've become very active throughout that process. And there's a lot of reasons why I wanted to lose weight. I think it's always been on my agenda. I think growing up, especially as a fat Black woman, it was just a very unique experience, and I don't know, I just wanted to live a full and fruitful life, and I know for me, a big part of that is just taking up space and performing activity. So that is what kind of motivated me to lose weight. And then also, I believe in my sophomore slash junior year of college, I came to a crossroads where fatness as a political position meant a lot to me. It just happened, like I just recognized a lot of patterns where it was like people are treating me differently because of my body. And I don't believe that, all fat people are that consciously aware of their experiences. But I was, and I was kind of at a place where it was like, this is so ridiculous. And I also saw how much my experience as a fat woman aligned with a lot of experiences when in misogyny and disability studies and et cetera, et cetera. So for me, it was kind of like, all right, what do I want to do with my life? Because there's no way I can exist as a fat Black woman and not politically engage with that layer of my identity, with fatness. And I'm not really gonna go into it too much. I do plan on once I get my life together and a good routine going, so in a couple months, getting a little podcast together where I'll talk about fatness in it. But a couple things transpired where I understood that weight loss was probably the best decision I could make for my life and just for my mental, my physical, and my spiritual health. So there we go. And the rest is history. But anyways, outside of that, like I'm just a girl. I mean, not really. I am a girl. Wait, what? What am I even talking about? Yeah, I just love to read. I love to do my makeup. I don't know. This is so weird. I feel like I always have a lot to say in short form because I can just do my thoughts in like 3-minute sprints. But here it's kind of like yap, 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 yap. You know, like what do I be thinking about all day? Honestly, as a hyperfixation girly, like I just be thinking about the gym. To be completely honest, I just be thinking about the gym and working out and life and just living it the best I can and just getting all my tasks done. And but I'm looking forward to like once I can get a routine down and a rhythm, because basically I moved to Pittsburgh like a half a week ago, so a couple days ago, and my first day of work is on Monday. So right now I'm kind of like not really dilly dallying, just kind of getting myself together. And then it's crazy because that first week is not even real work. It's like our orientation week, and then the week after that I'll have like a real schedule that I can have like a rhythm to. So then I can start like building other things around work. You know what I mean? Like your 9 to 5 is supposed to fuel your other endeavors. Like my 9 to 5 pays for my apartment. My 9 to 5 pays for my, you know, my utilities, my car expenses, et cetera, et cetera. And I really don't want to make my job my whole personality. Like I want to do well in my job, of course. Like I want to perform well, and I think that from what right now, like obviously I'm not in the company, but I think this is going to be a good spot for me with good people, and I obviously want to do even if the people are horrible. I just feel like if you're given a paycheck, like you need to work hard. I think this one is officially out. If you're given a paycheck, you need to work hard and like respect your employer. So I want to do my best in my job, and of course I'm going to talk about it a lot and engage in whatever work functions are presented to me. But I don't want the 9 to 5 to be the end and beginning of my days. Like I don't want to go out somewhere and just talk about work and like what I do for work. Like I want to talk about other things. I want to talk about fitness. I want to talk about health. I want to talk about faith. I want to do different things. Like I can't wait. Oh my God. I'm so dramatic. Oh my God. I literally love fall. And I know fall in Pittsburgh is just going to be beautiful, and I want to go like apple picking and orange picking and all these things. And what's so cool, well, not really cool, I think about being someone who's just so comfortable with my aloneness, which is both my greatest strength and my greatest weakness, is that I'm not afraid to do those things by myself. Like, if no one else wants to go apple picking, I will go apple picking. If no one else wants to go to a pumpkin patch, I will go to a pumpkin patch. And that talks about like one of my anxieties kind of entering into adulthood. I guess we're gonna get into like the nitty gritty of it all, is like making and sustaining friendships, because I've always felt really different, and I've always kind of felt not like an outsider, but just like, I don't know, it's always felt weird socializing with me, because I could always tell that people didn't really want to be like around me. And I think that's also another experience that informed my fatness, because I understand that I have a very unique personality, right? I am a acquired taste in that way, but I knew deep down that it was like not my acquired like taste type of personality that was causing social separation for me. I knew that there was other factors contributing to that, and more than likely masturbating the way in which I can make connections. And I truly believe it was fatness too. With that being said, my looks have fluctuated so much over the past 4 and 5 years. I have a really, really hard time. Are my eyebrows even? Okay. I have a really hard time kind of like reading, I would say like reading the room to an extent. Because I don't know how people are perceiving or reading me, like a lot of the time. And that's kind of like scary. I think now I'm getting a better hang of it. And I think that moving forward, this is gross, don't do this. I carve out my eyebrows with literally just a Q-tip. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, moving forward, I think I'll have a better chance at like making and sustaining friendships, because I did make friends in college and I do love them dearly, but I just believe that I've grown a lot as a person, and I truly don't want to be around people that aren't going to push me to be better and like be the best. And that's my main concern, right? Because like it is so easy to fall into being mediocre. And even on the stairs today when I was doing my morning cardio, I had these thoughts of like, oh, I'm doing too much. But like in reality, I'm literally not. I'm taking care of my body. I'm being healthy. I'm going above and beyond. And what I really want to cultivate with the friendships and the relationships I have in this phase of my life are just people who are going to push me to just do more and be better. Like I want to like if I feel discouraged with an endeavor, whether that's like content or um physical fitness or my job, like I want to have people around me that are not going to like pacify me. Like I don't want to call a friend. I truly don't know if my eyebrows are good right now. Um, this one's like, oh lord. It's gonna have to work because it's about to piss me off so bad. I don't want people around me who are just not gonna push me to be better. I want to be the best in all that I do, and I want people to be encouraging around me. And I think that's my major. I'm gonna leave my eyebrows on. My major quote unquote requirement in this stage of life. So, although I am like in the think of just getting my routines down, and I'm very strict. Don't get me wrong. Like I do want to get out my comfort zone a little bit and like go and socialize. Okay, now we're gonna go into skin prep. So we have the two one-size primers. I use Secure the Blur and then Secure the Sweat. Your makeup won't move. But here's the thing about these primers is that they definitely have like made my pores more visible over time. But not anything like too dramatic, but I have noticed that. But when I say my makeup lasts all day, they last all day. And I really do like this product. Yeah, I just want to be refined by my friendships. So how am I gonna go about that? I don't know. I think that just understanding that like some people are just gonna like me and some people aren't, and I am more than okay with that. I have been for a while. But the problem is like I gotta leave my house. You gotta leave your house to go meet people and make relationships. And I'm someone who can just hermit in my room. Now that I live alone too, it is like something I want to do so bad is just like not leave my house. But you gotta leave your house. But again, not right now. That's not my biggest concern right now because I'm just getting here and like I'm trying to set a routine. But once I have my routine and my rhythm going, like I have to make sure I'm making an active effort to leave the house and go places and go out to meet new people. So I'm not just like hermiting inside. So that is one of my main, not concerned, but something on my mind as I engage in my 20s and like post-grad life in a new city. Pittsburgh is beautiful. I don't care. I love mid-sized cities. I loved going to school in St. Louis. I love Pittsburgh. I love like little cities like this. Like not little, but you know, smaller. Like I was born in New York and I don't mind of New York or in LA. I say this like I've been to LA. Like I don't mind in LA. I've never been. But like I don't mind that size of the city, but I don't think that's somewhere I would want to live. I'm going to test out Pittsburgh for as long as God allows me to be here. But I love this type of city vibe. But yeah. That goes into something else I've been kind of thinking about in my 20s is like dating and finding a partner and stuff like that. And honestly, like, is this like sacrilegious to say? I am so indifferent to finding a romantic partner in this stage of life. Like, if it happens, first of all, I would like to preface this entire conversation by saying that I am okay, so I'm going to prep my powder before I even put my concealer on. This is the Sweet Honey shade in the one size. I like it. I think I like the Fenty powder better. I think it looks better, but this one lasts longer. Anyways, I am the avoidant final boss. Like, one thing about me, I'm gonna leave. What? You're not gonna stress me out in my own body. I'm gonna leave the situation I don't like. And I think certain things have transpired over my, like, childhood, adolescence, my college years that just makes me feel like I just really would rather not be around niggas. Like, I swear to God. Not even men in general. Like, I've also never actively dated anyone, but the thought of just dating to date seems very, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't just want to date anybody. Like, I don't need that in my life. Okay, so now I'm going to use two of the Born This Way concealers. We have Chestnut and Honey. So Chestnut is going to go in the perimeter of my face, and then Honey is going to go in my under eye. Like, I don't want anybody on my body just to be around. I don't want someone to just be there to be there. Because honestly, like, that just seems like a chore. Like, why am I babysitting somebody else? Like, I want, you know, someone who really articulated my feelings about dating in like not all the way, but like in a lot of the ways is Nick from Love Island. He kind of said something. Well, I didn't watch Love Island, but there was like a girl talking about a clip where he said something along the lines. Well, allegedly, maybe this creator was lying, but he said something like I want to be around someone else who's their own person and who's like interesting and who we can just do life together, but we're both interesting people. Like you know, like I want to be around somebody who feels like a friend first. Like even if we weren't romantically involved, like I would want to be around a friend, you know, and then kind of do life with that friend. I don't want just anybody around me. And I just feel so content in that. And then also I want a family. Like I want a big family with a lot of kids. Ideally, if God does not bless me that way, I think I'll be fine being like a single woman for a very long time. But again, I'm a more avoidant and my insecurities manifest in that way. That's like, I don't need anyone. We're not going to unpack that today. Well, maybe we might. I've been recording and I've been yapping nonstop for how long? 16 minutes? Okay. But yeah, I don't just want to be around anyone. I want to fall in love with a friend and create connections that way. So even if me and said person, well, now I'm going to let my concealer dry. Even if me and said person do not work out, like I don't want my experience with them to feel like a waste of time. I'm going to cough or burp. Oh my God, that's gross. Okay, I'm over it. I want to be around someone who I actually want to be around and not like just a person to be there. Like, I don't think that I need that. Like, of course, having a partner, there's so many benefits to that. Like, not only just like interpersonally, but like financially, like splitting rent and all these other things. But it's like, I'm a hustler. I'm going to get it done regardless. Like, why would I just want somebody to be around me? Like, no. With that being said, I do not want dating to be my hobby in my 20s. Like, I don't want to go to a function and just talk about boys. I don't care. Like, I don't care so much. I don't want to talk about boys. I don't want to talk about girls. Like, we can talk about it, but I don't want that to be, like, the main catalyst of my life. Of what relationship are you in? Are you seeing anybody? I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. And, like, I care enough to hear other people's problems about it, but, again, my mindset is like, okay, is this my husband? No? Okay, we're going to be besties or we're going to move on. And I really do not want to just have anybody around me just to fill that void. Like, I'm such an interesting person outside of like who I'm dating. Like, I don't need that to make me feel any type of way or social connection. But it's a weird thing, like socially, is like, especially in your 20s, that's what everybody I feel is talking about, like dating this or kissing this boy or doing this. And like, I feel like no pull. Like, I feel pulled to talk about it in a funny way, like, ha ha ha, men are trash. Like, one thing about me, like, I'm gonna hate on men, but I don't care enough to go up my way to date them. Like, I don't want just anyone around me. And I think for me, the biggest challenge in my 20s is making sure that dating does not become something I'm like centering my life around. Not even me personally, because I'm not afraid about my decisions and like what I'll do, but just in general, like talking to other people. Like, I'm about to avoid the topic of dating like the plague. Dating? What do you say? Oh, you said dating? I don't even know what English? No habla español. Like, I don't want to talk about that in my 20s. And I feel like if you waste all your time just dating, like, when are you ever going to live your own life? When are you ever going to discover who you are so that you can fully enter a partnership knowing, you know, to whatever extent, like the type of person you want to be or the type of woman you want to be and how you want to engage with that person. And although like I'll never be perfect, like I'll always have my issues and things that I have to deal with, you know, for my life. I think that just sitting with that by myself for as long as possible, or instead of just, you know, foaming at the mouth for a husband, seems like I'm more of a fulfilling life than just like dating to date in hopes that I won't be alone. Like, I'm not afraid of being alone. I'm more afraid of being with the wrong person than I am being alone. Like, something that always used to terrify me when I would watch like TLC or any of those shows, or like even like story times, are people who date people for like 7, 8, 9 years, and then they break up. And I believe everything happens for a reason. Obviously, in their story, maybe that's how it had to be. But for me, it's like, I think that a lot of those situations would be avoided if people just like slowed their roll and not like early in our 20s or like in late teenage years looking for a partner. And like, okay, next step before I say the next out of pocket thing, I'm gonna use this liquid blush by ColourPop in the shade Wildest Dreams. And then also I'm like, deep down, I know I'm an evil woman. Are we supposed to admit that? I don't think so. But like, I'm like, if I were to just date for fun right now, I would be the problem. Okay, now maybe I should not say that. Maybe I should not say that. But I'm like, maybe I'm like, my ego is too big. But it's like, I feel like, are we not walking niggas like dogs? Are we not walking niggas like dogs? I've been hearing story times. Like, again, I've never actively dated in my life, ever. I've been hearing story times of like men doing women so dirty. I'm like, do it back. I'm like, do it back. What are we on? What are we doing? I'm like, do it back, babe. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. And it's like, I also know that like that little like devil on your shoulder voice in me is like very avoidant, very push away type person, and I know that I am capable of bad things. Again, I'm talking like I'm like the Joker. I've never dated, but it's like in my head, like when I'm engaging, when other people talk about dating, or when I think about dating, there's certain thoughts that I have, and I'm like, that's not normal. I'm like, girl, that is not normal. And the fact that I even think that's an appropriate response in any situation, even if that situation is hypothetical. Like right now I'm talking in illusions, but I hope like what I'm saying is like getting across. Like, girl, don't enter the dating market and you want to move like Future, because that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Okay. Now I'm going to set it with the One Size powder all over my face. So yeah. Those are my thoughts about dating in my 20s. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go. But yeah, I do want kids and I want a family. Like, I want a big family. And I think that's another reason why I'm so picky, or hypothetically I am, like, again, I've never actively dated. I'm going to keep on saying that. I'm hypothetically so picky about how in which I'm going to engage in dating and how I want to go about it, is because when I'm not you know what? How am I going to say this? Am I dating for marriage? Yes and no. Like, I'm not going to just date someone to just have them be around. Like, that's just, like, not an option, because, like, the thought of it is already annoying me. Like, I'm already annoyed. Because, like, get out my face if you're just not going to be on my same type of timing. But I think another reason is because, like, when I'm dating, I'm also thinking about, like, does this person seem like somebody I want to create a life with, and who can like stick it out for the long run and actually wants to do the family thing? Because maybe I'm just traumatized from my own, like, the people I've seen is like in my life. But it's like, a lot of people want kids, but do you want to be a father though? Like, do you want a family, or do you just want to say that you have kids in the world? Again, like, I think, and I know I'm protected and God is so good, and whatever happens, I'll be able to survive it. But I'm also like, I don't want anyone around me, and I also don't want anyone to be, I look like a ghost, but it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Watch. I don't want just anyone to be around me, because I just don't want anyone to be the father of my kids. And I want, I don't know, I want someone who I truly believe is a good person as a friend before thinking about them being around me and on my body. And hookup culture, like, I don't understand hookup culture. Are y'all really that horny? Okay, that's enough on that, because now I'm getting really off track. But yeah, I do not want dating to be my hobby in my 20s. So there's that on that. I have no desire for that to be the case. So now I'm gonna close my my whatever. This. And another thing is like I'm kind of weird. Like I'm definitely a different human being. So I don't know why I'm so anxious is because about dating and stuff when I know is my sweet potatoes burning? I'll be back, y'all. All right, you're gonna see my titties. All right, I'm gonna go. I need my glasses. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I think that's another reason why I am like, what was I even talking about? Yeah, friendships. Why friendships give me a little anxiety because I just know that I'm like an acquired taste and like, although I've tried my best over the years to kind of divest from people pleasing, it still hurts when someone doesn't like you, you know? Like, damn, I think I'm pretty funny. And it's like, no, girl, you're actually kind of annoying. It's like, oop, gagged me. You gagged the F out of me. Now, I don't like this blush shade. I love this blush. Can ColourPop bring this back? I have yet to find a blush that's that shade, but I use this blush for now. This ColourPop one, just on the tip of my nose to set it. I'm a big blush girl, as you can tell. And then I'm going to use a Q-tip, another Q-tip, and I'm gonna clean up my piercings. That's like my little anxieties about friendships and relationships and dating in my 20s is that I don't want to just be around people to be around people or date just to date. I want to do both with intention, and I know that God's aligned with this, you know, God's word is aligned with this as well. Like I just don't want to be around anybody. And that's that. So that's how I feel. But what else? What else can I even talk about? This is gross. I'm just cleaning off my piercings off the makeup. I don't know. God is good, and I just feel like extra grateful for this stage of life, and I'm just trying to have faith. That's all you can do, and I'm just blessed to be here. I'm looking for, I swear I had an eyeliner that was open, but I guess I'll open this one. Now, wait, just kidding, I'm lying. Fuck, I'm lying. We're gonna do my inner corner highlight first. Just a random shimmer shade and a little brush. And because I wear glasses, as you can tell, I can't see anything. I'm trying to think which shade. I'm gonna use this shade up top. I blow out my inner corner because with glasses, it makes sense. If you're not wearing glasses with your makeup, do not put this much inner corner highlighter on. But if you are wearing glasses with your makeup, it just looks like extra cute in my opinion when it's blown out because you can actually see it. Like, you see how much inner corner highlighter I have on right now? Like, if I wasn't wearing glasses, I'll be a little bit more concerned about it. But because I blow it out. Like, you see that? All over. And then I'm going to align my eyes with the Stila Stay All Day Gel Eyeliner. So, this is the key. This is my signature for my makeup looks, is that every day I do an inner corner wing, which I think it's hot. It gives you like that cat-like appearance, especially on top of my inner corner highlighter that I think is just chef's kiss, you know? So I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I'm just feeling super grateful about life right now, about social media and just being consistent with that and posting on TikTok and stuff. And at first, well, I don't think I have yet to fear a lot of things, but I know that my content isn't like traditional wellness aesthetic content. I just kind of talk about things that I think about and like what's motivating me that morning, but it's like super nice to know that people are receptive to it, like my style of content. And because although one day I do want to get into more aesthetic and like motivational content in that way, I just for me it's like this is my philosophy when doing anything, is like, how can I make the barrier to entry to this task as low as possible? Like, what is all those other nuts and bullets of content creation, of editing and stuff, although I think there's space for that and it's cute, I know that if I want to stay consistent with it, I just got to make sure that I'm not adding. Wait, I gotta lock in. I'm not adding more work or more technicalities than I can handle. Like, editing is something I want to do and get good at. And I think in my head, I have so many good like editing things that I want to do. And I know that if I just try over and over again, eventually I'll get really efficient at editing. But I also know that that type of commitment is not something I can really do at the moment. Like, to tell myself, oh, you gotta not only film this, but edit this and then post it. It's like, I'm already, not that I'm over it, but I'm like, there's other things that I have to be doing in this stage of life right now. And sitting down and doing like crazy edits of videos is just not the thing that I want to do. Even this like is giving me anxiety because I know that I've just been yapping for 31 minutes and I'm like, oh, I should edit this down. But I'm like, I'm not going to edit this. I'm probably going to edit the part where I had to walk away and take my sweet potatoes out the oven. But am I really going to do that? No, I'm just going to do a little thumbnail and I'm going to post this. And if people don't want to sit and watch me yap for that long, they'll maybe when I get a little bit more efficient at editing in 6 months, in a year, then those same people will come back for my content. And honestly, my goals for my content is primarily to just help other people and to use my experience. I gotta lock in. And to just use my experiences and the things I've learned to just tell people, or not tell people what to do, but just like, so they don't have to learn the hard way either. Because God is so good, and I think I've been blessed with this ability to perceive certain things and certain patterns in life. And why would I not want to share what I've learned over the years? That seems quite silly. It seems quite silly to not do that. Girl, I'm about to get pink eye. I keep on putting this in my mouth. Now I'm going to use the Bad Gal Bang. Well, actually, I'm going to layer it. So I'm going to layer the Fenty mascara and then put the Bad Gal Bang over it. This is empty. I probably have to whip open the new one. But yeah, and as far as content goes, I'm just kind of filming what comes to mind to film as the time allows. But again, like once I get into my routine, once I can get into a routine and plan ahead, I think I'll be in a better spot. Because right now, it's like I can plan, but like not really. Like there's not a rhythm. It's just kind of like, let's see what happens. But like next week, planning. We're going to get the planner together, okay? We're going to get the planner together. And that is that on that. Yeah. And I think I also like content creation because I always found myself in the position of being the listener friend. Of like, the few people that do want to be around me don't want to hear me. Like, and I could sit here and be like, they don't like me. But I think there's something about my presence in a room that people feel very comfortable talking to me if they want to talk to me. And I like it. I like listening to people and just being a listening ear. But I also have a lot to say, and I have a lot of things that I want to share as a person, and a lot of thoughts in my head at all times. And it's like, it is so disheartening when you've listened to somebody talk about something they're interested in or a topic they want to talk about for so long. And God bless the multitude of friendships. My makeup looks horrible right now. I'm going to start crying. I'm over it already. Okay. Ayana, please. It is so disheartening to be in a situation where it's like you've done the listening for somebody else, right? And then once you start talking, you kind of see the light die out of their eyes. They like get completely disengaged in whatever you're talking about. And it's like, I don't know if people do that on purpose. I think it's both partially on purpose and partially just like people, once they assign a role about how you should act in a social conversation, it's very hard for them to explore or even convince. I've been covering my face with the mirror half the time to engage with you in a different manner, especially when you have been positioned as the listener, and it's now like, oh, this microphone, no, not microphone, this voice recorder actually talks and has feelings and thoughts. And I guess what I expect from conversations or just social interactions in general, and this trait has been denied to me. I say denied as in like no, just like socially just not attainable for me for a very long time, is like banter and back and forth and critical engagement in dialogue. Let me tell you something. Nobody want to dialogue with the fat girl at the PWI. I swear to God. And it's like, I don't say that to say like, oh, what was me? I just had such a traumatic college experience. Nobody want to talk to me. It's not that deep. But something else is just a barrier of why I like spending my time alone, is because like, as much as I like listening, like I'm a human being with a lot to say. And if you are not interested in what I got going on too, it's not like I don't care, but it's like, it's some give and take. And I think it's also, I'm gonna cough again. I think it's also like you can't force people to talk to you, and it's also like what I have to say might be interesting to me, but it doesn't mean it's interesting to other people, and it's just something I have to just kind of deal with. But again, being intentional about who you're around and how you engage with other people makes all the difference, and making sure you have aligned interests is important. So that's another layer of like how I'm engaging with friendships and relationships. Well, I use this mascara too to set my eyebrows in my 20s. And that's that one there. So now we're using the One Size setting spray, and then we're gonna set the spray. Mind you, I'm taking this off in like 3 hours. It's okay. This setting spray, I don't know why I did that. I'm kind of upset about it because that setting spray is very expensive for me to just use it to wear this makeup for like 3 hours. Now, the star of the show. Now, I do look kind of ghostly, but in real life, it does not look as whatever is going on there. We're going to do my lip combo. So, you ready? We got to lock in. So we have, this is the Pitch lip liner from ColourPop. My favorite lip liner ever. It's the perfect shade for me. And they're going to line my lips. So let me lock in. You can't see nothing. I'm sorry. And line my lips. All right. You guys just have to listen to me or watch me in silence because I cannot talk and do this. Okay. That's it. That's as good as it's gonna get. Let me do my bottom lip. Okay. So once I line my lips, I look so good. I'm sorry. Can we normalize hyping ourselves up? Like, that's another thing that used to piss me. Okay, now I'm yelling and it's the end of the video. But like, can we normalize hyping ourselves up? I think that's the one thing I underappreciated about African American / Black culture that I didn't realize fully until going to a PWI, is this sense that like, at least the way, or the black people I've been around, is like you're not supposed to sit in your insecurities the same way that white culture does, you know? I think in white culture it's so normal to kind of align with that stereotype of like, I'm just a small bean and I'm just so ugly. And that shit is so fucking corny, bro. You're so annoying. And that's another reason why I snapped out of it. Oh, I can't talk and do this. Wait, let me lock in. Okay, the more I touch it up, the worse it's gonna get. So I'm gonna kind of get over it and move on. But yeah, that's another reason why like I just kind of locked in and started doing my stuff, because like just being insecure just felt so foreign and so like unnecessary, when I can just be a hot bitch and get over it. I can be a hot plus size baddie. I can just be hot instead of being insecure, because being insecure is annoying. And I know we're not supposed to say that, and I'm not supposed to sit here and be like, being insecure is so it's normalize it, and no, it's annoying. I'd rather be around somebody who is full of themselves than somebody who hates themselves. I will take that any day. Being insecure is so annoying. And I say that from experience. Whenever I'm insecure, I feel like the most annoying bastard known to man. Like, I just don't feel good as a human being. Like, I just feel like a loser. Sorry. Like, I don't want to be insecure. That's not something I want to do. And of course, like, a part of me is like, oh, nobody wants to be insecure, but I don't believe that's true. Like, I feel like a lot of people like that sense of community you get from being a bum. And I don't really align with that. Like, I can't. Being insecure actually makes me want to go crazy. Being insecure makes me more crazy than just being ugly and like falsely confident. Am I supposed to say that? I don't care. All right, glasses are on. I know it looks like I have white face on. Okay? In real life, it's hot. I look hot. So, you, Miss MacBook camera, missing with that, okay? All right. I know I was a women's studies major in college too, so that's why I don't shave my armpits. That's actually a part of the initiation ritual. They get all the women's studies majors in a room, and they're like, "Thou shalt not shave your armpits." And then after you do that, that's when you can declare the major. So, 42 minutes. I'm not editing this. Like, I can't even. Sometimes I'll take my finger and blend it, which, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that right now. Yeah, I'll arc. Okay. And then I'm going to, well, I guess I'll finish the video here and show you the face, show you the boobs, show you the, like, get into it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. That's my little everyday makeup routine, my chit chat, get ready with me, like we're on FaceTime. I hope you guys enjoy. Comment down below what content you want to see, any thoughts you have, and stay strong. Love y'all. Bye. Mwah.